Hi friends, it's Amanda. Welcome back for more Hit Kit Club inspiration with our gorgeous December kits. Oh my heart, aren't they stunning? So much gorgeousness. And for today's project, I have been asked to create a layout that includes a shaker pocket, has stitching, has more than one font in the title, and has ink splatters as well. So lots of things to keep in mind here. So I've gone ahead through the ephemera and found this gorgeous, fabulous little wreath. And I'm just going to turn that into a pocket while I'm chatting with you here. So you can see I use an old glassine or cellophane bag and just pretty much cut up, fill it, add some of the other gems as well, because I love that when you have a shaker pocket, everything tends to sit at the base, and it's sometimes nice to have a few other pieces that stop all your sequins from falling through. So yeah, there's my little shaker. Isn't that cute? The sequins, of course, were from my stash, but everything else is from my kits. And I do love that sweet little bow at the top. So that's my shaker pocket element taken care of. And now I'm coming in with this gorgeous Hardy Swap colour flow paper. I just love scallops. Everyone knows it. It's no secret. Of course, I had to scallop and cut that paper up. And you can see how I've cut it. But I actually wanted those pieces to sit higher. So that's why they've been separated. And I almost want to do it like it is trimming the page a bit like a curtain, you know, like on the stage, like a formal curtain. Here comes the stitching element. I've sewn them all into place. So I've got my stitching present as well now. And yeah, I do love how that looks. But you'll notice that with that design, it's slightly off center. I don't know why the paper was like that, but it's part of the, I guess because it's more about circles than being scallops. But by using the pocket wreath over the top, it's slightly, I've covered that slightly off center piece anyway, and it's worked out. It looks central now. So yeah, thinking about having that as my title. There's my gorgeous girl's Christmas photo of her very special grown-up Christmas this year. She asked for some lovely Pandora jewelry, so that's the grown-up photo. The paper that I backed it with is also the paper I've done those wonderful punched hearts with, because of course I had to use punched pieces as well. And of course that chipboard sticker. You can never have too many crepe paper chipboard stickers, can you? Had to pop them in. And then coming with lots of leaves and florals from the die cuts that were exclusive from the Hit Kit Club. And just going to play around with them as well. And you'll start to notice it was a subtle idea, but I actually wanted my layout to sort of take the shape and frame of the Christmas tree. So as it starts to evolve, hopefully you can see that sort of triangular design coming down. So it was almost like I'd been inspired from looking at the window with the curtains on the side and then the tree in the center type effect. Maybe I'm the only person that sees it, I'm not sure, but that was the intent. And I wanted it, of course, to be very grown up and glamorous because, you know, this year she's all grown up. She didn't want toys, she wanted Pandora jewelry, and yeah, my baby girl's getting big now. It was hard. But you know, they grow up and my mum heart has to deal with that. That's okay. So yeah, just playing around with some florals now. So many pretty pieces in this one's kits. Absolutely gorgeous. Florals are divine. Oh, and I love this colour palette. Isn't it soft and grown up, and oh, it's so pretty. And I do love pretty. I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to making pretty pages. Thinking how I'm going to incorporate those hearts now. I thought maybe through the circle somehow, or at this point I hadn't really decided. I just sort of played around with them for a bit, and yeah, I guess that's the nice thing of when it's a process video, you get to see how I start to consider things. And yeah, look, I didn't really know at start. I wasn't 100% sure. Perhaps. I'm undecided. There we go. And for the ink splatters and for a bit of colour, I'm going to use the gorgeous azalea colour from the mixed media kit, that gorgeous Lindy's. And I'm just using the packaging technique because I only want the colour to be subtle. And then of course those ink splatters that were a requirement for the layout today. And you can see it's just soft, elegant colour because it's such a grown-up palette. And I really felt like if I'd used too much colour, it would have just taken away from the softness of the page. And I think soft is important for this one. It ties in beautifully with her photo and being that grown-up Christmas. yeah, so anyway, sticking everything down now and still deciding with those hearts what I'm going to do with them. And then I decided the three at the bottom, I'm going to line them up with a stitched line and use them across the joins there, so you miss those joins that were a bit ugly. And yeah, already that's looking better. And popping the leaves into place, really building up that tree design effect, which is really subtle and like it's a subliminal thing. I think with me, I often do things like this without even realizing I've done them, and it's just that, you know, that subconscious thought of you that starts to pick up on things. Yeah, and I look at where I've positioned those hearts now, that's so much better. So like the drapes of the curtain top and at the base, I like that a lot now. Here we go. Gluing everything down because I'm actually happy now. And I've got all those fonts to the side there. I've mixed the embellishment and the main kit for those ones. And I'm going to use a bit of everything because, well, why not? Use all the things, they're all gorgeous. I can't help myself. We are so spoilt for beautiful product to play with, aren't we, with the hip kits? Absolutely stunning. So just gluing those pieces into place now. And, oh, I do like that. And there you go. Oh, gosh, it's pretty. There we are. What a lovely colour palette. Just divine. So coming in with those top hearts as well, and you'll see that I'm folding them a little so they've got a bit of dimension. I like a little bit of dimension. And then I'm going to fill them with the gems, these beautiful Prima gems that were included in the kits as well, because they're just so gorgeous. Let's even put one on the heart. Yeah, look at that. Divine. And oh, time for that mixed title. A title with at least 2 fonts, I think, was the requirement. But it wasn't hard to do because, oh, look, everything coordinates perfectly, doesn't it? So my title is actually going to be A Grown-Up Christmas, Joy, because that's what it was for her. It was very much a grown-up Christmas, and it was quite joyful. I'm pleased to say it was lovely. And look at that. I like the word joy, but that one's a bit big, so I'm just going to use the bows and the flourishes, because I do love that hint of rose gold coming through. But I noticed on the side there is another joy and it's a lot smaller, and that works perfectly. So there we go. So it's A Grown-Up Christmas Joy as my title. And oh, look, it's just so much pretty, isn't it? It's really beautiful. A few scattery stars or snowflake pieces. And to finish off, more of those beautiful gems, because you can never have too much sparkle on a girly page. And they kind of are like the ornaments on the tree. I'm still convinced it's a tree. But pretty much that's my layout for today. If you've got questions or comments, please don't hesitate to pop them down below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Lots of gorgeous things available now in the Hip Kit store, so be sure to stop by and have a look there. I'll have all the links and things below for you. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, and thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a very happy Arty days. Bye.